Hello, sorry I'm late. Probably nobody there right now. Nope. Alright. It's okay. Alright. I will spread, get my gloves on. Hello, sorry I'm late. Probably nobody there right now. Nope. Alright. It's okay. Alright. I will
Hey, Chris.
spread, get my gloves on. Let me get rid of this echo. Oh, alright. Well, I just wanted to show you this was the roll. It doesn't want to. There you go. Now you can read it. I do have another roll. Same thing, but they've already been spoken for. Sorry I'm late. I had some stuff I had to do today. It just took me longer than I thought. So, come on. All right. Let me get something. Move this closer to me. Hey, Jackie B. Okay, so now let's look at these bad boys. I don't expect to find any airs or anything on the back. But what I'm kind of looking for is for full bands, which will be on the back. I mean, considering they've been in this role since 1964. Yeah, you had to change. Yeah, the last number should have been 8. I was just going to send you an email today, but you caught it. All right, thank you, Mr. Cantor. Anyway, here's the first one. I'm going to look through every single one. I got about 35 to look through. Well, the top band is in real good shape, but the bottom, not so. So, but they still are uncirculated dimes. To the best of my knowledge, have never been touched by human hands except maybe at the mint. Or I should say the Federal Reserve. And so far, every one of them has been a 64D. Oh, that upper band is really nice. Oh. But the bottom one, yeah, it's gotta be, it's too bad. It's a nice coin. Yeah, it's hard to find these things in with good bands on them. But yeah, as you can see, the coins now, as far as I'm concerned, most of these coins I think fall in the somewhere between, I don't know, 64 MS. Hey, Michael, a 64, 65, 66, somewhere in that area. I mean, the face, and this one, there's just a little tiny scratch. And it's not even a scratch on the chin or the back of the jawline, back here. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, you're going to go past. You're going to go past her, Chris. Oh, here we go. Now that's kind of what I'm looking for right there. Let me get this. In case I'm not going to assume that everybody knows what I'm talking about, but you see this up right there. I'm not touching the coin. That's what they call a band, and you need to find that the band goes the line goes all the way through the middle without any break in it. And the bottom one does the same thing. So now I found another one that's a, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a grader, but the bands are not broken. They are full, what I call full bands. Even the flames up here look pretty good. Well, I'm going to hold that one off to the side. That's going to be a flipper upper. Hey, Elizabeth. Now this is a nice obverse. Oh, this one must have been towards the middle of the roll. I mean, and as you can see, the luster on here is really in good. I mean, it's really wonderful. Now, the big question is, will it have the full bands? Oh, now this one is probably the best. Oh, yeah. This is probably the best one I have found so far. I mean, let me see if I can move that just a little bit. The bottom bands down here are just absolutely, they're meant to, are punched in beautiful. The top, same thing. This is probably the best example that I found, and it does look like down here, let me get up here. You can see right across there, that is, see, there's some kind of die break. And because I found it on another coin, and I got it on the scope and really looked it up close, and it is metal, so it obviously felt the die was probably starting to deteriorate on the reverse side, and so it was getting a little extra metal in there. So not only is it an excellent example of a 64D full bands, it's got a little die break in it. Die break, die crack, take your pick. So this is the best one I found so far. I'm guessing I'm probably going to find more, because I mean they've been in this roll since 1964. And as you see, I am using gloves, both hands. Do-do-do. Still got to go back out a little bit later. Hey, Zinks. Okay, so we're getting a really good look at the obverse here. This is an absolutely gorgeous shape. Let's flip it over and see what the back looks like. I can't quite tell if there's a break. I mean, the top band is fine, but I can't really tell if the bottom band, I can't tell if it's like right here towards here, if it's been broken. I mean, it looks like there's lines there. Hey, David Carlisle. I'll put it in. I'd say it's still pretty good. Come on. There we go. And this one's got a little bit of junk on it. Oh, I sent out your GAW today, Chris. Okay, now this one that I'm looking at right now, you can see that there's a break right down there in the band. There's also a DDO on, or I guess it's an RPM on the mint mark. I don't really. But this one is definitely not full bands. But it is an excellent example of a coin. Yet, I don't know. As you can see, we still have all of these right here to look at. It's a nice obverse. Oh, but stinky on the bands. The top band is fine. The bottom one's, it's been beat up. So I'll leave it there for a little bit so you can kind of look at it. That's not what we're looking for. You see how the band is flattened there? It's amazing how that does that. So we're just going to go ahead. That's definitely not. I mean, it's still a really nice coin. Don't get me wrong. But I'm kind of trying to find some with full bands on it. I don't know. It's got something. What the heck? Almost looked like it filled in. It almost looks like it's filled in. There's got to be almost like it's filled in with some metal there on the 9. Huh. Yeah, let's look at the bands on the back. I'm gonna have to look at that one a little closer, but the bands on the back, the upper band is wonderful, and as you can see, the lower band, the line is gone. Move that out of the way so I can kind of move it around. Yeah, doesn't look too shabby. Let's look at the back side. Oh, hello. Let me turn it just a tad bit. Now it's kind of a weak strike on the lower band. I mean, the upper band isn't really good, but the lower band is, I mean, it's there. It's just weak. But that can still be considered full bands, I think. Let's see. All right. I mean, that one, this next one is, I can see the band. It's just weak on the bottom. I don't really see any breaks in it, but it would definitely be a weak. And then it's got, I don't know, some kind of brown junk on it. So I'm not going to. That's not going to be one that I'm going to flip up, just because of the brown stuff all over it. Move that out of the way. Hey, Fleabag. Look, I opened up a roll of uncirculated dimes. It came from the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. They've been in this roll since 1964. They're all 64Ds, and I'm kind of looking for the ones with the full bands on them. I found a couple. See, another weak. The upper band is fine. I mean, the bottom one is there, but it's really, it's like a weak strike. Huh. Yeah. So no, I'll put that in there. Now, any one of these you see, if anybody's interested in buying some, I will be more than happy. What the heck? Oh, does anybody see this? Right here. It's like it. You can see the top of the T. So it's got a weak I, and there's an extra T, or is that? Wow. Oh, you know something? No, you know what that is? That's a we. I thought it was an extra T. The W is almost completely gone. I thought we had an extra T there. But yeah, it's got a weak I, very weak W, and then the only strong live is the top where the E is, and it's a very weak E. Well, I'll have to look, and I'm not even sure what that kind of air would be. I'll have to look it up and see if we even found them. Because the bands on the back are not very good. Yeah, when I saw the I didn't see the W. I thought it had an extra T in there. But you can see the bands. The bands are not very good, but it's an air. It's probably a grease strike. That's what I'm gonna get. Well, that's what I'm gonna go with. Grease strike. 5 rolls of halves from the credit union, and 545 Walkers and 68 Kennedys. I hate you, Fleabag. No. Yeah, I have not gotten that lucky. I'm very happy for you. I just had to say that. With the Kennedys, were they what were they, mostly 40s, or did you get some 64s also? But I mean, geez, 5 rolls. That's 100 coins. Oh, and a 68 Kennedy. I thought he was going, wow, 68 Kennedys? Okay, now I read it wrong. That's still pretty darn good. Almost half of the coins are silver. Especially those 45 walkers. That's awesome. So anyway, so I found a couple of them that have some really good bands on them. Oh man, there's just now I'm getting into the part of the roll that it just seems that the strike on the bottom is just weak on the band. Yeah, if you can see something went across the bottom right there and kind of flattened that out, and then went right across the band and flattened that one out too. Not only 2 coins. Yeah, I was just saying 45 walkers and 168 Kennedy. That's 46 out of 100. That's excellent. So that one's nothing. So I've found 1, 2, 3, 4 with full bands, 1 grease strike, and the one that's got the best full bands on it. Hey, David Carlisle. Also has a die crack, or well, we'll just say it's a die crack. Oh man, he's got to have a scratch right by his cheek. Darn. Besides that, that's in really good shape. And look at the bands on that one. Oh my God. And I've noticed, and you see the die crack from the bottom of the torch to the right all the way through the end to the rim. So, and there's like a little cud. Well, no, I guess that's not a cud. That's part of the deal. But those are the ones that seem to be getting the best full bands. That's a nice one. Oh, a 45. Okay, I found a 45 walker. I thought that would have been so awesome if you found 45 walkers. Hey, that's still cool. So I found another one of these with excellent full bands. The flames are good. Let's see what else. Acorn leaves, or I'm not sure what they are. I forget. Maple. They're not maple. I don't know. I can't remember. But there's another die crack right there, and with excellent bands. So there's another. No, that goes over to this side. These are the full bands, but they're weak. These are the full bands with the die crack and excellent bands, and this one is the grease strike. Now that's in really good shape right there. I don't really even see any. I see no dings. There's a little ding on the rim right there. Oh, let's see what the bands. That lower band is yuck. So that's not one to worry about. Oh, I thought Copper Owl was in. It's only like 1 o'clock where he's at. I'm sure he's still at work. Uh, somebody punched him in the cheek. A little couple of scratches, little dents there, but the field is in excellent shape. But now I'm already seeing which, as soon as I flip it over, I'm going to know immediately if I see that die crack, it's going to have good bands on the bottom. If it doesn't have the die crack, it's either going to be very weak bands or no bands. The bottom band is going to be horrible. Not really been looking at the mint mark. Now supposedly, well, it's got these have never been out of the roll, so this has got to be the polish that the mint did. Oh, he's talking to Fleabag. Well, let's try another one. What the heck? Oh. Dog scared. My doggy scared me. All of a sudden I felt something butt the inside of my leg. Oh. Oh, should I say it? No, I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to look right there. And you come up with your own conclusion. Thought he was doing some 420 there. Yeah, see the band on the bottom is really super weak. Well, I'll put that on the weak side. It's not horrible. Now, a little ding, slight ding around the bottom of the upper cheek or the upper jaw and under the ear. He's spitting. Needs a hanky. If it would have been a little bit smaller, it would have looked like he'd have been doing a joint or something. At least that's the first thing that popped into my mind. Let's see. Yep. Not too bad on the back. The bands they're there. I mean, you can see them. The field looks pretty good. Under the coin star? I never thought about that. Anytime I go buy a coin star, I always stick my hand in there. Be amazed what you can find in there. I'll tell you, most of the time when I find silver, it's Canadian. But I have found some silver quarters, silver dimes, a couple of war nickels, and some really beat up regular stuff. So this one's kind of in the middle of the bands. So I'm going to make this will be middle. That's in the, these are all weak ones, middle ones. These two are really strong. Whoops. Man, when I first looked at it, I'm going, boy, that thing is really nice. And you can see a little chatter on the cheek there, which would, if you had it graded, it would definitely make it, it would lose at least one grade. I mean, maybe 65. I don't know. I say, I'm just guessing. I don't know. And let's see, the field there looks pretty good, pretty good. There's that upper band and no lower band. I mean, literally, you can't even see it. At least I can't. The upper band's good, but the lower band is just gone. So that's going to go into the roll. Oh, shoot. Little nick. Just a little bump above his eyebrow. Besides that, I'd say besides that, it's pretty good. Yeah. And there's another. These. I guess they can be considered full band, but that bottom one's pretty weak. So I'm gonna put that over here on the weak side. Huh. Must have been his brother. He's got the same little ding above his eyebrow and a little one on his cheek. I mean, besides that, I mean, these coins are just in exceptional condition for what, 76 years old? 77 years old. Oops. But we get around to the backside and uh-oh. No bottom band. That bottom band is bye-bye. Wow. Now, keep looking. Eventually you will. I go through times that I'll find a bunch, and then there's other times I find absolutely nothing, which is really most of the time. So somebody says that they find stuff every time they go. Yeah, maybe if they go to 20 coin stars a day, yeah, I could believe that maybe. I couldn't even find 20 coin stars if I wanted to. I mean, I guess I could look it up, find them. Now this one has got a nice little milk. I start to say that, and then you move it over, and there's just a little milking in the back of his head towards the rim. But besides that, it's maybe. Let's look. There's the upper. Oh. Got another full bands. it's a weaker one, but I seem to see them all the way across. Yeah, Zinc. All I can tell you is just, it's like, no, people haven't found W quarters and stuff. You just got to keep looking. Don't give up, and you eventually you will. And okay, this one's gonna go to weak, the weak band. I'm hoping to find a couple more strong ones. There we go. Oh, right there on the, oh, by the mouth. Just, oh, little, got a little too much, little pop right there. Somebody popped him in the side right there. Too bad. I mean, that would make it lose at least one grade for sure. And now, come on, stop. And honestly, I wouldn't even. No, I wouldn't even consider that full bands. And it's so weak on the bottom that no. Yep, that one's gonna go in the tube. That's not even worth keeping as a weak one. Ooh, that's got some junk on it. Yeah, that's so it doesn't really matter. And the band on the bottom is really super weak. And you can see it, but it's really weak. I could put it with the weak bands, but the front, the obverse is just, it's got something on it. I don't know what it is. Some kind of junky junk. Oh well, what can you do? I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the roll. And let's see. Looks like a little milking on that one too. And it just happened to be right next to that last coin that I just looked at too. Little junk under the chin. Right there on the neck. Yeah, let's see what the bands look like. And too bad. The bands look really good. And there's that die chip, or not die chip, the die break. It's not quite as strong as the other two, but you can still see it. Do a little turn, and you can see it going right down the middle of the M. It's just too bad. It has to have some junk on the front. Now, I'm still going to put it with the, because that definitely has stronger bands. But as I'm noticing, the ones that tend to have that die break is the ones that has the nicer bands on them. A little just a little nick on the neck. Okay, David. I've got a box of pennies here that I haven't opened yet. I just really haven't been in the mood for it. Maybe I'll do them tomorrow, some tomorrow. Maybe I'll do like a 10 roll hunt and see if we find anything. Bands on the bottom are weak, and then there's a bunch of junk right there. Something got on the coin. Yeah, that can go back in the roll. Ooh. This, I believe, there was one of them that was on the end. So I'm not sure if that's just junk or if it's actually some toning. No, it's like it looks like somebody dropped something, some kind of coffee or a little bit of something on it. Yeah, and I'll bet you the back looks probably bad too. We'll find out. Yeah, you can see that lower band is not in good shape. So that can go back in the roll. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Okay. All right. That one's looking good. Don't really see any major flaws or maybe nah. I don't really see any nicks or anything on this one. Let's hope the bands are really nice. The upper one is really nice. Come on, lower one. Ah, you turkey. Ah. Why is the one with the best Avers have the crummy reverse? Huh. I know before I go, I've got a roll that I just kind of want to show. It's another roll of dimes that uncirculated from the Bank of Amarillo, which my understanding is no longer in existence. But the one coin on the end of the roll is toned so beautiful. And I haven't looked at it in a couple of months, so I was going to pull it out and take a look at it. Come on, be good. Be good. Oh, here we go. Okay, that front is really nice. Now look at the back here. I would give that a full band designation. At least I would. Yeah. I'm going to put that one over with this pile on this side. This is my dice track here. Okay. This next one, yeah, he's been beat up a little bit. I mean, it's nothing horrible, but I mean the luster just is not quite there like it has been on some of the other ones. A little dull, so to speak. And let's see. And yeah, it's got some junk on the back too. And the bands aren't. I mean, they're there. I don't really see any breaks in them. But the condition of the coin itself, especially up in here, it's. I wonder. I don't know. It just, yeah. I don't think it'd be a good. Somebody wanted it for like a book filler. It would be a good book filler. Hmm. I wonder if this was the start of that grease strike, because you can see the W and the E and the I are definitely a lot weaker than the other, but you can still see them pretty well. That was probably the start of the grease. Let's flip this bad boy over and see what it looks like on the back. Not too shabby. The lower band is so. You can see the scratch. At least I'm guessing that's a scratch down here at the bottom, right in there. I don't know if you looked at PCGS and the example they have there at a MS65. I think it looks horrible. And I definitely say any of these right here, I think would beat their highest grade they have shown. I think it's an MS60. I think it's a 65 with full bands. It might be a 66, but the example they show in the picture, I couldn't even believe it got that grade. But God knows how long that's been there, how many years. Because unless you can get like a 65, 66, 67, I don't even know if there's a 68. I didn't remember seeing one. Unless you can get at least a 65 or better, it's not worth getting them graded. It would cost you more to get it graded and get the designation unless you get at least a 65 or better. If you can't get that, then you're spending more money than what the coin's worth. At least from what I saw. And the band on that one is definitely gone. So that's going in there also. Here's this one. Okay. Little chunk right there. In the I call it the grin area. Just above the lip. There's like a little chunk right there. And I'm not sure, but I think maybe up by the ear. I mean, the fields look good. Oh, let's see what we got here. I should do that off camera. Okay, there's the upper band. Looks nice. The lower band is I'm not that impressed. It's there, but it's I think it's really weak. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's really weak at the end. Huh. I don't even think I'm gonna flip that one up. But let me see which one I think is the best. Okay, it's got that one little scratch on the cheek. And I mean, it's just a scratch. It's not like a deep. Flip it over. And the bands are excellent. Oh, you know, some of that. And that's the one that's got the die crack. So the bands are excellent, and it's got a die crack all the way through the M to the edge of the coin. So if I was going to send something for grading, it's going to be one of these with the die crack. And they're definitely the best full bands that I've seen. And here's another. This one I think is probably the best one that I found. Oops, let me move it up just a tad bit so you can get. There you go. Now you can see the full bands on the top. The bottom is excellent, and it's got the die crack all the way from the torch all the way to the edge of the coin. Which one's a little weak, Jackie? The one I'm showing now, or the one before? The one I just showed her, this one that's up there right now. I think right now this one that I'm showing right now is probably the best one I've found. Before, no, that's right. Now this one I think is there's one more that I have. This one I'm gonna put off to the side down here. Come here. Here's the last of the best ones that I think. Okay. It's got a little spot above. I don't know if that's a spot or if it's just my light. It's just my light. But you can see the obverse is in, I think, excellent shape. And if we flip this little boy over, yeah. I mean, this one has the full bands, but I think the one before that was a little bit better. I wish the obverse was on this one down. Well, this one down here. I wish the obverse was on this with this back. But yeah. Beep, 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 beep. And then I found the one grease strike. There you go. I think everybody can pretty well see that. I mean, the W is pretty much gone. Yeah, I think this one down here is the best one. And if you match it up to the 64D full bands they show on PCGS, I think this one down here beats that hands down. And I know this isn't really worth a bunch of money. I mean, it's it's probably I don't know, maybe $6 or $7 for it or something. If somebody really wanted it. But this is the only one I found with a grease strike on it. something you never. Oh, I never even noticed that. You noticed even the four. Even the four is a weak strike. So the I, the W, part of the N, most of the E, and the four, there's where the grease strike was. I think that's pretty cool. Let me go find that other roll. I just wanted to show you something. Oh my gosh. All right. So that's the grease strike. Put that over there. See if I can get it to focus in. Come on. It's just not doing it justice. I mean, I'm looking at it and the coloring on the back is just, I mean, it's just really, come on, focus in. I don't know, maybe it's just too dark that there's a little bit better. It just doesn't do it justice. That's just the one side, and then the other side's really starting to tone up too. This one that I don't know what's in the rolls because I can't see anything. But if you can see, this is a bank that's no longer even in existence. The First National Bank of Amarillo. That one I haven't opened. That one, I don't know. It's just the toning on that coin. I wish I wish the camera could pick it up. Because in the light here, it's gorgeous. But that's all right. So anyway, so let's see what we've found here. So out of that roll, I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full bells. This one, I believe, being the best. These 7 here are they're kind of weak, and 1 grease strike. I think that's pretty good. But I'm gonna make, matter of fact, I am going to pop this in right now. Oh no, you don't. Don't be a booger. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my dime flips. I'm missing some boxes of flips. I guess I moved them around when I rearranged my desk. Hey, Elizabeth. So, anyway, this one right here is I think this is the absolute best one. And if you, I don't know if you get a chance, go on to PCGS and look at the example for the 64D full bill bars. I almost said bills. And look at the obverse and then look at the reverse and tell me which one you think is better. I mean, I think this is a really great example. And it's just a bonus that it has the brake, the die brake in it. But that one I think is the best one I have. And I'm gonna put it up against what they show again, and I'm gonna really scrutinize it. And I might actually break down and get an account with PCGS and do some. Oh, there we go. And because I've got probably 8 to 10 coins. Hey, Ron, how you doing? I got at least 8 coins that I would really love to get graded. I got some, especially some Carson Cities that I think are, well, that 82 I have the GSA. I think it's at least proof like, and I think it's at least a 66. And I mean, if I could squeeze a deep proof like out of it, I don't know if I can, because the back isn't quite as nice as the front. But I mean, I did their criteria on proof like, getting it like 4 feet away from me, looking at the back, sticking my finger up, and they say if you can see your finger in it from 4 feet, that is proof like. And I can definitely. I had a couple other people that know more about coins than I do, and they agreed the same. But anyway, I think this is the best one. I've got a couple more that I flipped up, but I believe this is the best one I found in the whole roll. The bands are really nice. I think the bands are sharp. The coin's in excellent shape. They don't take off for die breaks. I mean, that's no like check against you. And the auvers, I mean, I really can't see. I mean, unless somebody else can see something I can't. I mean, maybe there's a little tiny little smudge right there. But besides that, I mean, the fields are excellent. The face is good, I think. So I'm going to add that to my. I'm going to add that one to. I want a gradable. Oops. That's all right. Leave it in there. Matter of fact, I think I'm even going to hold on to this. So Copperal, when you come in later and check it out, here's the other one. You've kind of seen, I mean, if you watch the video, you've kind of seen what I found. This one's sitting here waiting for you. Let's make a deal. I mean, I just grabbed one. I had 2 rolls and I opened one of them. The other one could be better. It could be worse. I have no idea. But every single one of them that I opened were 64D. So I'm going to figure that this one is also. And when you get that one, if you want this roll here, the empty, the one I opened, it says the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. I can definitely send that to you also. There, matter of fact, I'll just. Hey, look at that, it's double wrapped. Anyway, that's pretty much I had today. I think I did about 30 of them. What'd you guys think? Did you like them? I thought most of. I mean, they're still in. I mean, they're beautiful coins, whether they're they have full bands or not. I think these weaker ones. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna put the weaker one, the ones that I think are weaker. I'm just gonna put them in the roll over here. If anybody's interested, book fillers or anything like that. I do have these 3 that I think are still full bands, or the grease strike. you can get a hold of me. Uh, and like I just told Copper, let's make a deal. There's there's my email address popping up, and I've also got a roll of 59s that I haven't looked at yet. That's in one of the tubes like this, and I think 61s that I haven't even looked at all yet. So who knows? Who knows what those are? But I'm open to any and all offers if anybody's interested. If somebody wants to see some of the other ones, I can certainly do that. Send you a picture or something. Oh, yeah, yeah. Look at all that. These are history. Oh, yuck. I might do like a 10 roll penny search tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll do it on stream. Pennies really take too much of my time to really pay attention to what I'm doing. Let's see, is there anybody here? Yeah, I forgot to do this, Michael. I don't know if you're still here, but I forgot to. I had to look at my mini feed. But anyway, there's your thank you for subscribing. And I think you told me that you got your. I'm pretty sure I saw that you said you got your deal that I sent you. Matter of fact, I know you said you did. If anybody else, Elizabeth, have you gotten yours yet? I got a feeling yours is gonna take a while, since it's going to Canada. Because I don't remember you say that you've gotten it yet. But when you do get it, if you could just drop me an email, or the next time you see me on a stream, or you come in my stream, or say, hey, I got it. I mean, unfortunately, nope, you haven't got it yet. Yeah, it's been, let's see, 10. Yeah, it's probably been close to 10 days. I just don't know how long it takes to get to Canada. I mean, if they're going to hold it up or anything, and I didn't write anything on it that it, if somebody feels it, hopefully they don't. I'll go, oh, hey, there's some kind of coin in here. I'm trying to remember. Let's see what I can't. I'm trying to remember. I have to look at my list. I can't remember what you won. Hopefully nobody will. I get irritated when I take them to the post office, and most of them, like the halves and stuff. When I send the halves in an envelope, I want them to go through the non-machinery, so it costs a little bit extra to send it, and it always irritates me that the guy the counter always has to feel it. What do you need to feel it for? I put the stamp on it for non-machinable. Just stamp non-machinable and put it away. And I said, I can bitch at him because I spent 31 and a half years in the post office. And I don't like people feeling my mail. You know what I mean? But anyway, what do we? Oh, there it is. See what we got here. Oh, I did go up 2 subscribers. I'm up to 513 now. Woo! Yeah, I didn't think it would take long. 70 minutes, yeah. I didn't figure it would take real long to do. Oh, was there anything else I wanted to show? Oh, yeah, again. I just wanted to show these again. There they go. 2022 Eagle. First day issue MS 70. Signed by the engraver, and they're both. Oops, I should know better. They're all Type 2. I've got a couple of them. I was looking to get 65. Uh, Probably. Oh, they raised the rates at the post office again. Now it's there's no such thing as $5 ones, and now they raised that to 6. So it would be 65 plus 6, so it'd be $71 shipped. If anybody's interested in it, I've kind of looked at eBay, and these things are going anywhere between 75 to I've seen them as 120. I've seen a couple sold at 105. I'm not looking to make a killing on it. Just a couple of bucks, and take care of shipping. Because I've got, like I said, I've got a yeah, what I think 3 of them. I only need 1. I don't know if I ever showed this. This one here. The Boston Tea Party. I guess it was the bicentennial of the Boston Tea Party. You can see it was actually round dated in Boston, Massachusetts, July 4th, 1973. It's got a little, stamp. I think, I guess it may be in the information, but it's a 1 ounce bar. Oh, where's just a regular 1 ounce bar. It's to commemorates December 16th, 1773 or 78, when they threw the tea in there. That one I'd be interested to also sell. Probably $40 ship. I mean, if anybody's interested, it's fine, no big deal. I got a couple other little things, but I don't want to bother going into it. As you can see, I'm a very high pressure salesman. That's probably why I don't sell much, because I don't push. I show it. I let people look. If you like it, cool. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah, I thought, I know, I just happened to see that, Jackie. I don't want to touch it because I took my gloves off. I shouldn't have done that because I need to flip those, and I don't want to touch them. I'll have to grab another pair of gloves, or at least one anyway. But I'm going to flip that grease strike, and these 3 are the next 3 that I think are the nicer of the ones. I want to keep the one that I thought was the best. I mean, that was my opinion. These other 3 will be up. The die crack. Jeez. But these are the die cracks. This is the grease strike. These will all be up. And any of these, they are uncirculated. I still haven't been touched by hand. Some of those be up. We can negotiate on that. Anything else? I don't see anything else. I have some Philadelphia Morgans that I was thinking that they're all probably AU. They're nothing spectacular. Anybody's interested in any of those? Again, there's my email. I can't remember the dates. I mean, they're all common dates. Nothing's, there's like, what the 1890, was it 1895S or 1890S? Something, I don't know. I don't have any of those. If I did, they would be, I couldn't afford them. Let's put it that way. I would have to have gotten lucky and found one. But besides that, that's it. No moss today. I have a box of halves for Sunday. They will be up for donation, $2 a roll. I'd like to kind of go at least five rolls minimum. That way, if you find something, it takes care of the shipping. Makes sense to me anyway. And that is my usual time is 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. Sunday Central Daylight Time. And hopefully we're gonna. My last two boxes have been a skunk for silver. We're gonna get off that skunk streak on Sunday. I have a good feeling that we're gonna find something. Just like yesterday, I had a good feeling that I was gonna find a West Point. It was not the West Point I thought I was. I thought I was going to find a San Antonio. It wasn't. It was a river no return. But we found that. Plus we found a silver quarter. Plus we found a gold-plated quarter from 2009. All right. I'm just rambling on. I have nothing else unless somebody has something they'd like to say. I'll give you a couple of seconds there to. Well, I'll give a couple of minutes if anybody wants to say anything, ask a question or anything that. After that, then I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. And again, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys coming, I wouldn't be doing this. There'd be no reason. I mean, I could sit here and talk to myself without looking at a camera. So I appreciate you coming. It gives me. I really enjoy doing it. I hope that I educate some people with what little knowledge I have. I don't say I have a lot, but I do have a little bit. And I enjoy doing it. It's fun. It'll be funner when I get monetized, but that's somewhere down the road. We'll worry about that when it happens. Eventually it will. So it doesn't look like anybody has any questions. So then I guess what I'm going to do is go ahead and end the stream, and I will see some people probably. I'll see some of you somewhere. Always do. And let's see what was. Oh, I'll say it one more time. If anybody that I sent something out on the 500 that haven't already notified me that you received it, please just send me a quick email and let me know you received it. Because on the giveaways and stuff, I don't insure them and I don't track them. So I try and take care and put them in something so they're somewhat safe. I tip the insides of the envelopes so they don't get ripped accidentally. So you're going to have to cut it to get it open. And besides that, okay. Thank you again for coming. And don't forget about Sunday, 1 p.m. Central Time. And I'll see you guys around at some of these other channels.